Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, Boy Vapes. This is Sergio here. Today we're gonna do a review on a mod that just came out not a couple of weeks ago. I've been vaping on it for about 3 weeks right now, and we're gonna be talking today about the X Cube version 2 from Smok. And let me tell you, a lot of people have had bad experiences with Smok. I personally haven't, because the only thing that I bought from Smok in the past was the Magneto version 2. And not for nothing, but I've used that one for cloud cops. Not that I've won any, but did pretty good. It's all on the build that you have. Make sure you always use safe batteries at all times. Getting back to the X Cube version 2, we're going to be talking about its features. I have with me over here on my laptop. Let me read it out to you. So the X Cube specifications, the dimensions are 100 by 60 by 24.5 millimeters. That's in height, width, and depth. The weight is 238.6 grams. The resistance says over here it goes from 0.08 to 3 ohms. Some people have been skeptical about this. They're talking about the resistance goes down only to 0.1. That used to be when it comes originally from the package with the firmware that it comes with, but I've actually fired down to 0.05. According to the website over here, I guess this is when the X Cube version 2 came out, the resistance goes to a 0.08. But I will tell you that I fired this X Cube version 2 at 0.05. The watts ranges from 6 watts all the way to 160 watts. The voltage is from 0.35 volts all the way to 8 volts. In temperature control, it goes from 200 degrees all the way to 600 degrees. It has intelligent LED display screen. It shows the battery capacity, the wattage, the resistance. The output mode, you have temperature control, wattage mode, memory mode. It requires two 18650 batteries. It has magnets to help the battery cover. It's got short circuit protection, discharge protection, construction, high quality zinc alloy and stainless steel. It's got wattage and memory mode. It's got Bluetooth 4.0 technology, and it has customizable LED colors, up to 16 million colors. I've got mine right now firing, so let me just lock it. So when it's on lock mode and you press the fire button, it just gives you those colors. Those are like the main colors. I'm gonna take it off of lock now. Watch this. That sucker is crazy. All kinds of colors. So let's talk about the Smok X Cube version 2. Okay, so this is the battery compartment they're talking about is kind of janky because the magnet is not that strong, but see, it just fell on me. That's because I opened it up. Excuse me 1 second. But for the norm, when you have it on there, honestly, it doesn't come off. It's not a problem. The reason why it fell is because I had it. The magnets weren't attached to it. You know, it was on open mode. So don't be skeptical on that. You saw it. Doesn't come off. It's okay. It's not bad. So this is the battery compartment where you put in your two 18650s. This is a magnet up here, and there's another magnet down here. Okay? And it is a series box. The other thing is this whole panel here, where it lights up, see? I could press it up here, it's gonna fire. I can press it down here, it's gonna fire. Or I can press in the middle, and it's gonna fire. This whole side is the firing switch, okay? This is the back part. This is the other back part over here. You see it says X Cube version 2. Let me get this a little bit better here. And it says temperature control, 160 watts, 4.0 Bluetooth. Okay. Let me talk to you a little about the Bluetooth part. Okay. The Bluetooth, what you do is you turn on the Bluetooth of your phone. It's going to start scanning. It's going to look for your device. It's not going to show it. You won't be able to see your device when you turn on the Bluetooth. What happens is that you have to go, if you have an Android phone, I'm going to talk about Android because I don't know anything about iPhones. I personally don't have one, never had one. Nothing against iPhone or Apple. But on the Android, when you turn on your Bluetooth, and it's going to automatically start searching for it. It's not going to find it. You have to go into your Play Store. When you go into the Play Store, you're going to put in the search bar Smok, S-M-O-K. You're going to see it pop up. You're going to click on it. You're going to download it. And once you download it, you're going to open it up. Once you click on it and then you open it up, then at that point, it's going to start searching for your device. But you won't be able to find it on your device until you turn on the Bluetooth portion of this device. This is your OLED display. Okay. Let me just click it one time. You're going to be able to see it. There you go, right there. Okay, that's your display. This over here is going to be your positive and your negative switches when you want to go up and down, or you're browsing through your memory. So basically, to go into your modes, like for settings and stuff, you do 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. Right there's your Bluetooth. Hold down the button, it's going to select it, and then you click it one time if you want to turn it on. Click it one more time you want to turn it off. I'm sorry. So you click it one time, hold it down. It's going to ask you on, off. It's already off, so what you want to do is you want to turn it on, then hold down the button, it's selected. To click it one time quick, the firing switch button is to select. Once you select it, you hold down the button, it's going to choose that option. That's the way the fire button works. One quick click is to browse through. Hold down the fire button, and it does the selection. Okay, that's the way it works on this mod. There's only 3 buttons on the whole mod, and it does a lot of things. Okay, so my Bluetooth is on. So if you would go now to open up the application from Smok, once you open it up, it's gonna find it. You're gonna see it says X Cube version 2. And once you open up that application and it does recognize it, it's gonna ask you for a password. The password that comes with the Smok is a default password. So basically, it's the number 0 6 times. So you click 0000000. Click the OK. It's gonna go right into the menus. It's gonna open up basically the program of the Smok application. Once you're in the Smok application, when you open it up, you're gonna see that it's gonna recognize the device. And once it recognizes the device, from there you could do a whole lot of things. I mean, it's got graphic charts, it's got wattage charts, it's got voltage charts, it's got temperature control charts. And those charts are basically for you to see how on your everyday basis, and this only works if your Bluetooth is on your phone and your Bluetooth is on the device itself as you're vaping at that point, because you're not gonna be, I mean, unless you want to, you can leave the Bluetooth connected all day while you have your phone with you anyway, so you can take control and see how your vaping habits are from the time that you wake up to the time you go to sleep. And once that's done, then I mean, those are for people who really want to see how much they're vaping on. Let's go into the next thing. The next thing is, well, right now I don't have a temperature control RDA with me, so we're gonna work on this over here, which is the wattage mode. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me just take a vape over here. By the way, the tank that I'm vaping on, this is the Smok TF V4, and this tank is by far the best tank that I've ever used. The one that I've used before this one was the Arctic by Horizon Tech, and I love that tank. I will never put it down because it's treated me good. The coil's been perfect. I love the coils. It sucks juice like crazy. Not too long ago, I got the temperature control coils for that one. So they already made basically the temperature control mode for the Smok TFV4, but they're going to be in distribution August 29th, and today's the 27th. So in 2 more days, you can actually put in for the order, so you can get your temperature control nickel coils for this tank. I'm gonna do a review on this tank, not with this video, just give you a first look so you can see what it looks like. It's a nice, beautiful tank. You see this piece over here? Normally that would be like the cap on a normal tank. No, that's the coil. It's a beast. Okay, it's a beast. As big as that coil is, that's how fast it sucks the juice out of this tank over here. It's monstrous. I mean, you better have money to buy juice. I will tell you that. You better have money. It's crazy. I'm vaping this right now at 100 watts. Look at that, 100 watts. And this coil, you can vape up to 130 watts. I'm gonna boost this sucker up to 110. 110 watts, okay? It's a beast, I'm telling you. Let's talk about more settings for this. All right, so I'm gonna do 3 clicks. Okay, my Bluetooth, I have it on. I'm gonna turn that one off. 3 clicks again. Okay, we're gonna go into the modes, which is selection number 2. Hold down the button. You got wattage mode. You got temperature control mode, and you got memory mode. Memory mode, I'm not gonna use. I'm gonna talk to you about memory mode. Let me take off this memory mode because I've never used it, nor do I want to use it. Let me go into wattage mode. Let's talk about wattage mode. So wattage mode, you have normal wattage mode. Hold on. 3 clicks. wattage mode. So you got normal way of vaping. You got hard. So basically what this is how, okay, let's go into wattage mode. Let's go into the lowest. Okay, minimum mode. So minimum mode means that if I'm vaping at 110 watts, it's not gonna kick off at 110 watts right away. What it's gonna do is it's gonna start you off maybe at 90, 95 watts and gradually go up all the way to 110, because that's where I set my my wattage mode. Okay, that's our minimum mode. Go back to wattage. Okay, that was minimum. Now we're gonna go into soft mode. So soft mode, I'm vaping at 110 watts. So soft mode, let's say it's, as soon as I press that firing button, it's gonna start off at, if I have it set to 110, it might start off at like 100 watts. It's gonna start off at 100 watts and gradually go up all the way to 110, and that's what soft mode is. So that's soft. Normal mode. So normal mode is, my wattage right now is at 110 watts. As soon as I press that button, it's gonna hit me 110 watts, one shot deal. It's gonna go boom, right there, 110 watts. Next one is hard. Hard is, I'm at 110 watts. It's gonna start firing at like at 115, 118 watts, somewhere around there, and then it's gonna start off high and then it's gonna come down to 110 watts. That's what that is. Okay, so that's what it is. Let's go to the next one. Maximum. Maximum, when you put it on maximum and you're vaping at 110 watts, that means that this sucker is gonna go to 120 watts to like no more than 125 watts. It's gonna kick real high and then it's gonna gradually come down to 110. That's for people who actually wanna stay at 110 watts, but they wanna get that hard hit, like right away. I'm gonna leave it at max so I can experience it. Okay, 110 watts. I'm gonna be vaping it at max. It's lovely. It's really good. 110 watts. Starts off real high and then you feel it coming down gradually to 110 watts. Normally what I do is I leave that at normal mode, maybe hard at the max, but I don't put it at max because if I wanted to go at max, then I would have just bump up the wattage on that, you know. I'm gonna try to get a tank right now. I'm gonna get the Arctic tank. That's what I'm gonna do, because that one has the temperature control on it itself, so that way I could show you how it works with temperature control. Okay, just give me 1 second. All right, so I got my Arctic tank over here. Cloud chaser. So basically, I already put juice in there. I'm using temperature control nickel 200 coil in there, and you can vape this, I believe, at this mod goes up to 600 degrees, but the most you could do on this coil from Arctic, I believe, is either 525 can't remember, or 575, something like that. I know it didn't go up to 600, and I think 600 is too much anyway. 600 degrees. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click in there, click it there. Okay, you got wattage, temperature control. Hold down the button. I'm not gonna do this at max. I'm gonna keep this in normal mode. Click on it, and then it's gonna ask you, are you using nickel? If, of course, it's nickel wire. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's do this one more time, okay? Okay, temperature mode. Hold on the button. So it's gonna ask you, you want to know what are normal or normal? And put yes. Hold on. So this is your coefficient. It goes down. Let's see how far down it goes, the coefficient, and I'll show you. It goes down. Let's call this 0.00. You know, this shit is too quick. It's hard to do these videos this way. Your nickel goes down to a 0.00400, the coefficient, and 400. And you can boost it up. I say with this new firmware upgrade, you can actually adjust the coefficient yourself on the mod itself. Before you couldn't do that. Before you had to use the program to do it. And so what happens if you don't have a smartphone? You know, Smok really messed up doing that. So that's why they came and they decided to design the new software where you can do the coefficient on the mod itself. And that's the way it should have been from the get-go. All right. So now the most you can do is 0.00800. So once you got that, that's all the way to the max. Hold down the button. Now it's gonna ask you, do you want single coil or dual coil? So I click single coil because only is a single coil. It's a single coil. Basically, there's no dual coil in there. It's a single coil. And right now I have it at 200 degrees. Let's see what 200 degrees is like. I'll tell you, because the coefficient, what happens is that it's some sort of resistance that helps heat up the coil itself. So if your coefficient is at, let's call it 400, okay? Forget about all those zeros and the decimals. It goes from 400 all the way to 800. When you use that at 400, right? Let's say, for example, you leave that at 400 and you set your temperature for 600 degrees all the way up, you're thinking like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna hit that at 600 degrees. Bullshit. Your coefficient is so low that, I mean, it's got I believe it's an 11 or 12 second cutoff. 12 seconds will go by 5 times back to back, and that coil will never heat up. It will never heat up. So what do? You have to boost up. What I'd rather do is boost up the coefficient all the way up to 800, and then start off my temperature at a low temperature until I find something that's comfortable that I can vape on. So okay, it's at 200 degrees. Let's see what this 200 degrees is like on normal. Oh, that's another thing. I just put on that device. It's gonna ask me if it's a new coil or not. So I'm gonna put down yes, it's a new coil, because that way it accepts it and it's there. So. $200 degrees. It's too low. Let's try 250 degrees. I just got some spit back. 250 degrees is not even doing that much either. go up to 300. I hear it there. It's gurgling. It's getting better. Let's go to 350. Okay, I'm gonna press the fire button so you can see what's going on. Okay, it's at 350 degrees. So when I press it, when it gets to that degrees, it's gonna stop and then it's gonna start all over again. Watch. It's going up 350. It stops and then it starts up all over again. It stops. It starts all over again. That's basically what it's doing. So what you do is, once it stops, you can just leave the trigger button down. What it does is going to cool down the coil, and then because you're still pressing it, it's going to go right back up there again. Okay. You don't want to do that when you're vaping at too low of a temperature, because it's still going to take forever for that freaking coil to heat up, right? So I'm going to go up to 400. It doesn't mean that it's going to be vaping at 400 degrees. It means that it's going to start slow ramp up. When it gets to the 400 mark, as long as your coils are being juiced and then you're not getting dry hits, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop from heating up that coil. It's going to, sometimes I could set it, like right now I got it at 400. It might stay at like 350, 375, and it's going to keep going, and it's not going to stop until I held it down, the button, for such a long time, when it's going to go to 400 degrees, and then it's going to stop, and then it's going to start all over again. So let's see 400 degrees. It stopped and then it's picked up again. Let's do 450. I'm going by 50s because, you know, I don't want to. Every time you press the button one time, it goes, let's say right now it's at 450. When you press it up, it goes 460. It's not going to go to 401 or 402. No, it goes from 450 to 460 to 470, 480. So let's do 450 right now. So I did 450 and it held steady at 440. It didn't stop. It held its temperature there at 440 because it's juicing enough well and it's heating up the coil at the same time. So you're getting a really good vape on this. Really good vape. I'm telling you, these temperature control nickel coils for temperature control for the Arctic are much better than other tanks that I've seen, like the VCT. I got my friends over at Henley Vapes, and you know, we go there sometimes, or we go hang out. And they don't really like vaping on their VCT temperature control coil heads because they're not that great. They're okay, but they're not that great. Those coils are not as good as these Arctic. And it's not to put any other company down, but it's just my experience from what they've told me. So, you know, these coils are really great. So for me, 450 degrees, it's there. It's not too much and it's not too low. It's there. That's my vaping setting right there. 450 degrees on this coil over here. I'm gonna do another review on the Smok TF-V4 as soon as my nickel coils come in, so that way I can do the review with the tri-coil. So basically this coil, the tri-coil, it's in triangle. The way, if you look at it from top to inside, you're gonna see 1, 2, and 3 coils side by side and in triangular mode, in triangular position. That's the way you're gonna see it. On the quad coil for that tank, it's, when you look at it from top to bottom, you won't be able to notice it. It's got a lot of chambers for juicing, and it's gonna have 4 coils in vertical mode, stacked one on top of each other. 4 coils. So we did the temperature control mode already on this one. I'm not gonna get into the memory mode. I'm not really interested in the memory mode, because the memory mode, basically, if you've worked with an IPv version 2, anything that's IPv, they you have your 5 settings on that. If you're into that, you can use it on the Smok version 2, the X Cube. It has 16 different settings, and 16 different settings, you can use those settings in wattage mode and temperature control mode. So that way, when you go into memory mode, just click the positive or the negative button that's on top that I showed you earlier, and when you go from one memory to the next memory, you do your own settings. I'm not into that. Once I put that sucker into my setting, that's my setting for that tank or RDA. At the moment, I'm simple. I don't like getting too much into that technical, because usually the setting I put it on, that's where it stays at, and that's where it gets locked in. And I'm not gonna change it unless I'm gonna change my RDA. I'm not gonna do a dive down, because basically I'm filming on my cell phone. There's not really too much to go through on this. One thing I will show you that I didn't show you earlier is the bottom of this mod. See all these holes? These are all venting holes for venting, battery venting. And this port over here, it's not a charger. It's for upgrades only. So do not plug this into the wall to charge, because it's not gonna charge. It's for upgrading only. And when you get this mod, there's a USB cord that comes with it as well. It's a good cord. If for some reason that cord gets damaged, you got other, I'm pretty sure you have other USB ports, wires in the house. Like me personally, I use the cord for my cell phone, and it works just fine on that. So I haven't used the one that came with Smok at all. I just left it in the box. Yeah, so don't go plugging that into the wall, because something might happen. You might fry the chip or something, I don't know. And I'm not about to find out, because this mod, I bought it. And right now we're gonna go into pricing, okay, and where you can get this mod. So basically, I went into Google search to see who has a good price for this mod, and in my computer, I'm gonna tell you that you can go to vapingcheap.com. I'm gonna put the links in the description, and you can get it from China at $54.99. That's like the cheapest way you can get it for, $54.99. If you want to get it faster than from China, because it's gonna take about 2 to 3 weeks for you to get it, you can get it. I'll tell you right now. You can get it from Vapor DNA. So I'm gonna put that link in the description, vapordna.com, and they actually give you a coupon code from Vaping Cheap, so you can get it from vapordna.com, and the coupon code is in capital letters, V as in Victor, C as in Charlie, and the number 10. All together, VC10. That's a coupon code. And you can get it from Vapor DNA for $62.99, and I believe that's a great value. Anything that's under $100 for a box mod that does 160 watts and can go up to 600 degrees in temperature control mode and can fire at a 0.05, it's freaking great. It's a cheap price, and honestly, you can't do better than that. I mean, you could probably find other places where you can get it probably cheaper than that. I just haven't found it yet. But $62.99 for a USA company to sell it to you for at that coupon code, it's great. So I'm gonna go to Vapor DNA, which I have here in front of me, and in their website, their listing price is $89.99, but they're selling it at $69.99. So when you use a coupon code, you get your price reduced down. I'm not sure about shipping and handling, if they do charge you for shipping and handling or not, but for that price is a very good price. I'm gonna put the links in the description below together with the coupon code so you guys can get your discount. My purpose of doing this review on the X Cube version 2 from Smok is just to give you guys my opinion. It's all subjective, and I believe this mod, to me personally, has no negativities on it. Some people find it negativity about the door because it look like it's easy to open or whatever, but it's really not. The magnets do its job. They're not super powerful magnets, but they're good. So I think this video has been long enough. I want to give a shout out to all my homies at the Facebook page, Vaping with Twister 420, and also at National Vaping Network as well, for those of you who want to know more details about the X Cube. Another thing, firmware. It's very technical on how to do the firmware on this because it's kind of tricky, but you have to go to the Smok Tech, which is www.smoktech.com. When you go into that link, you're gonna look for the upgrade option for your Smok X Cube version 2, and it's gonna show you the latest firmware. You have to download a tool first before you do the firmware. In case you have any problems opening up the tool in order for you to do the upgrade, sometimes your antivirus is gonna kick in and is going to try to eliminate that file. So if I were you, I would turn off first your antivirus, just temporarily, until you do the upgrade, and then you could turn it back on once you finish doing it. If you want more details on how to do the upgrade, go into YouTube and look up the Vapor Chronicles, and this guy is awesome. I mean, he shows you the step-by-step on how to do the upgrade on the Smok, because you have to do a couple of things. Sometimes just reading the instructions on the YouTube channel, on the website, is not enough. Sometimes they forget and they leave things out. So in the Vapor Chronicles, they're going to show you exactly how to do the upgrade on this. And if you want to see more reviews on the device itself, he'll do the reviews on that. If you want to see more links on this tank here, the Smok the Smok TFV4. You can go also into YouTube and look up Rip Trippers. This guy is like, to me, I know some people got some things against him. He's a great guy. He's very detailed when it comes to doing reviews, and just a little thing that he did in his review that he gave a negativity about was that the O-rings that's on the bottom over here, I guess he got one from a bad batch, and the O-ring was breaking up on him and this and that. I don't have any issues whatsoever on this tank whatsoever. And I got this straight from China. I didn't get it from an American distributor over here or anything. I don't get any products to review for free. I buy my own stuff, and then I give my true opinions about, you know, the products itself. The only thing I can say is negative about this tank is that it sucks a whole lot of juice. But like I said, I don't have a problem with juice. I have plenty of juice. Sometimes I make my own, and for my own vaping pleasures, you know. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys like my video. Please subscribe. If you like my video, please like. If there's something that you didn't like about my video, don't click negativity on it. You know, just give me your true opinion on what you think you didn't like about the video, and I can, you know, improve in that. That's all I got for you guys today. Okay. Let me take one more last vape, and then I'm gonna put this out there for all you guys out there that are vaping, and let's take a hit. Take care, guys. Peace, love to all you guys out there, all my brothers and sisters in the vaping community. And just remember, doesn't matter what you're vaping on, as long as you don't get on the cigarettes. Forget about those cigarettes. You got thousands of carcinogens. And you guys stay safe. Stay safe. Keep on vaping. And educate other people about vaping as well. And that e-juice is not as dangerous as people that are very ignorant out there in the world think it is. But it's not. Okay? So, take care. Peace, love. I'll see you guys on my next review. A lot of blessings for all you guys out there. Peace.